I'm bipolar and loving every other minute of it. It's great. So my millennial coworker said to me, I don't know what it is, I just have a hunch. I'm gonna die young. I said, at least you still can. I just had one of those major milestone birthdays, guys. Major milestone birthday. I just turned spinster. It's official. You know how I know? I read it in one of these ancient etiquette books that I picked up in a thrift store. It also told me I am now at an age where it's appropriate to take over my father's bookkeeping duties. Yeah, pretty cool. But still no unchaperoned male visitors. That's a drag because my butter churn brings all the boys to the yard. I don't have any kids. I am at an age where I really have to make a decision. I think I have about 10 minutes left. I got this weird offer on the street the other day. This guy asked me to pose for his nudie magazine called Barely Fertile. I don't know, so there's a career path. All right. So, I don't know if you guys heard, but recently New York State voted to stop taxing tampons. Did you hear about that? Yeah, sure, great. Just as I'm about to start winding down operations. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks. I'm not there quite yet. I am approaching a stage that they call perimenopause, which is actually really cool because that's also my drag king name. I don't get hit on quite the same as I used to in my 20s. All these creeps would come up to me and say stuff like, "You must be a supermodel." Well, the other day, this guy came up to me and he was like, "I am so sorry to bother you, but did you used to be a model?" And I was like, "Oh my God, no, but thanks for seeing my potential in reverse." That is so cool. So it is springtime, which means it is peak street harassment season in the city. Yeah. That's a good clap, I don't know. Yeah, so I have lived in the city for so long. I have basically developed a whole bunch of strategies for dealing with this stuff. And one of my main tactics is just to pretend that I'm deaf, you know? Yeah. I don't want to give those creeps the satisfaction of even knowing, you know, thinking that they know I heard them, right? So this guy, true story, one time, he's like, he says to me, "Ooh, baby, I want to taste that." Yeah. So I just replied, "Bye, I'm here." I thought I was a genius for that. So genius. Until it backfired and I learned that deafness can be an added turn on. Yeah. So then there's the guys who say stuff that is not even intelligible. Have you gotten these? It's subverbal. But you know it's filthy, right? Okay, I'm paraphrasing, but this guy, another true story, this guy said something to the effect of, "Oh, Sabina, oh my God. I was so, I had to investigate further. You know, I had to look into it. So I was so intrigued, it canceled out my disgust, basically. And I said, dude, what was that you just said to me? And he turned and ran away. He just wanted to unload that gem and take off. This is not acceptable. If you were going to come up to me on the street and I think ask if you can, I don't know, slurp my pussy, I just have a couple of ground rules. Number one, enunciate, please. It's common courtesy. And number two, you had better mean it, okay? Do I look like I have time to be weeding through possibly fraudulent offers? I do not. I do not. So there's a little bit of my life in a nutshell. I don't want to leave on such a negative note, though. I will say that, you know, a lot of men talk to me on the street. You know, they come up to us women on the street, and they genuinely want to connect sometimes. You know, they genuinely want to connect, but they have rotten timing. 9 a.m., on my way to work, a guy offered me a rim job. I looked at him and I said, now's not really a good time. Do you have an Instagram or a flyer I could take?